And that leads us into the fourth step to affair-proofing our marriages. We need to minimize the opportunity. We need to minimize it. 1 Corinthians 15:33 simply says, bad company corrupts good character. That's the verse. If we play stupid games, we're going to win stupid prizes. If we put ourselves in position to fail, we're going to fail as human beings. We're usually not as strong as we think we are. The people around us are going to rub off on us eventually. One pastor puts it like this. He says, why go through a temptation tomorrow that you can eliminate today? Let me say that again. Why go through a temptation tomorrow that you can eliminate right now? Minimizing the opportunity means that we need to set boundaries. Maybe you have some friends in your life right now that are no good. They're just no good. They're tearing you down. They're encouraging you to do things you know are wrong. They most definitely are not pointing you God's direction. It may be time to distance yourself from them because bad company will corrupt good character. We become like those we run with. We absolutely need to establish boundaries. I thought of an example in my own life. When I do counseling, I hold a policy that I will not meet with a woman alone. I just won't. Either my wife needs to be there, or they need to be accompanied by someone else. I don't put myself in that situation because why go through a temptation tomorrow that I can eliminate right now, today, with a policy, with a value that I'm going to hold? We can eliminate future temptation by being intentional today. And so maybe that's hitting home for some of you. Whatever that boundary looks like in your life, put it in place. Because we're not as strong as we think we are. We're just not. We still have, even as Christians, we still have our sin nature we're dealing with and struggling with. And if we surround ourselves with bad company, it's going to corrupt our character. Proverbs 4:23 says this. It says, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. We need to minimize the opportunity. And this isn't something to take lightly. We need to protect our hearts by establishing boundaries because this scripture says our heart will determine the course of our life. We have to take this seriously. We need to guard our hearts above all else. That's strong verbiage. Guard your heart above all else. So four steps to affair-proofing our marriages. We need to make a commitment to God's standard. It's got to start there. We need God at the center. We need a foundation to build our marriage on. If we don't have that, there's no hope. Number 2, we need to maintain our marriages by tending to each other's needs. We need to be intentional. We can't coast and expect our marriage to be great. Number 3, we need to maintain our minds. Any action, any sinful action is going to start with a sinful thought. So if we can gain control of our thought life, we can gain control of our actions. And then lastly, we need to minimize the opportunity. Don't even put yourself in that situation where something could happen. Because we're dealing with sin nature. It can happen to any one of us. Any one of us are capable of any sin. I truly believe that. We need to have, I don't know if respect's the right word, but we need to have a respect for our sin nature. Any one of us can give in at any time. And so be intentional and put up some boundaries.